Welcome back to the Boys on the Field podcast, episode 19, proudly sponsored by the Offside Boys, who have the best vintage kits in all of Toronto and the GTA. Check out Offside Boys for whatever kits you want. Champions League finals coming up. I know some of
PSG.
us here want some PSG kits.
All
Definitely
of
the
us
place
want
to
PSG
go.
kids.
Boys, how are we feeling?
Tired but ready to go.
It's a fair assessment. It frustrating Tuesday night to say the least, and we got a lot to talk about here. So yeah, let's get into that.
Yeah, definitely the common theme of the episode is frustration and lack of sleep, I would say. Boys, since we last spoke, TFC had two games. They played San Jose, who was first in the West, and then Atletico Ottawa in the first round of the Voyageurs Cup. Let's start with the San Jose game. Who wants to take it away to start?
Well,
All
we
right.
conceded on a set piece again. But even though I was upset with all of the draws before, that was a draw that I would take considering the opposition. Even without their best player in Timo Werner, we're still pretty banged up. They're the best team in the Western Conference. Like you got to take it. Like I thought we were going to lose that game. We didn't, so I'll be happy about it. Scored very early on. Shallow, of course, brilliant. Didn't play a single minute on Tuesday.
hmm
Our highest goal scorer
hmm
didn't play,
hmm
but he took that goal so well. He was about to play a ball in, and then he just said, "Nah, nah, I'm curling this top bins myself." It's a beautiful goal.
Yeah, no,
Um,
I
yeah, early on, you were there, right, Ethan?
mhm.
Yeah. But yeah, but just I don't know what it is with this team because conceding on set pieces all the time. Cool corners, free kicks. Just, I don't get it.
Yeah, it was pretty abhorrent defending if we're being honest on that set
Oh
piece. I
yeah,
mean,
it's
it
so
was like if
open.
like everybody was just wide open in the box there. I don't really understand that. That was definitely the play that sticks out to you from that game, and I definitely watched it a couple times, and I'm like, what the hell are we doing? I mean, other than that, there isn't a whole lot to say about that game. Bad weather, which also just didn't help anybody really at all. It was nice to see a goal early, unfortunately conceding once again, but at least we didn't have like a crazy second half like filled with late goals and this and what we're kind of used to with the club. It was a very different game than what we've been seeing over the last few weeks. I think part of that is having to do with who you're playing as well. You're going from playing, a lot of bottom feeders in the table to playing the top team in the league. And so, I thought it was all right. I thought defending the rest of the game is pretty good. It's really just comes down to that set piece, the one mistake that they made, and it cost them.
Yeah, I was waiting for the 90th minute San Jose winner.
I, I won't lie. I was expecting it to come, and it never did. And so, you know what? We'll take that
Progress.
as a positive. But it's hard when
Progress.
it's hard
Well,
when then the next game something worse
Oh,
happens. So
to be
yeah.
fair, I felt like Fraser thought that a 90th minute goal conceding was coming as he did sub in Zimmerman in the 95th minute for Zane Monlouis. So that's just funny in its own right. It's definitely tough. I mean, scoring early, which never happens for Toronto, and then conceding right after, which always happens.
mhm.
Ben, I'm assuming you were live at the game as you're at the majority of them. What were your thoughts just from the stadium itself?
Actually, I wasn't. I missed these last two games. Actually, I didn't have a chance to go and watch them live. Some busy times for us, but yeah, just it's. I think the biggest takeaway for me is that I think Tones mentioned it last week about how very quickly it went from us being unbeaten in six or seven or whatever to now having not won a game in like five or six or whatever it is. So it's crazy how we were on such a high a few weeks ago, and then but I also, like Tones mentioned, I think San Jose is a very good team. So this is a draw that I think that we're all pretty happy with. And I think if a different result came on Tuesday, we'd be kind of looking at the pair of these games a bit differently.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's kind of all you can take away from it. Hopefully we keep the league form going. I know we have again a few tough games coming up, but yeah,
Miami.
I'm sure we'll get to the Canadian Championship at some point. But that's yeah.
I think we
Well,
just got to get into that. Like
yeah.
that to me is the only thing that's on my mind entering this
Yeah,
podcast, boys.
100%. Just to kind of cap off TFC San Jose, like Tone said, like Ben said, it is just all about perspective of where the other teams are in the table. You take this draw considering San Jose is cooking in the West. Obviously, Toronto getting lucky without Timo Werner in the starting lineup. I do believe if he was there, would have just been a straight L. Got lucky with that. Big point to pick up. Unfortunate that they've been struggling with wins. Speaking of struggling with wins, we moved down just a couple days apart from the TFC San Jose game to a 3-1 loss at Atletico Ottawa in the first round of the Voyagers Cup. Tableau with a hat trick, former Montreal Impact man. Definitely not something you want to see. The chat was definitely cooking with this one. Ethan, what were your thoughts?
Ooh. Um, Listen, I'll kind of take you, I guess, through a timeline of like my reactions on match day. So I did go down to the game. Abysmal fan showing, as you could probably imagine, for a Tuesday night Canadian Championship match, but that's neither here nor there. Um, the first reaction I had was when I looked at the lineup for that game. And I get that it's the Canadian Championship. I get that you are playing against what is supposed to be a team that is, I don't want to say like beneath you, but like that's kind of the word that I guess would come to mind when describing CPL versus MLS. But like, I mean, that was like you're starting, I think it was, what was it, six TFC2 guys, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, five. I think it was five or
Five,
six. Yeah.
five,
Well,
five TFC2 guys. You are literally have like again, Shalloy not playing a minute, and as
and
soon
he
as I
was on the
saw that,
bench.
I know he was on the bench, and just as soon as you see that, you go, okay, like I get it. We're trying to play our young guys, we're trying to get our Canadians in there, but at the same time, like this is a one and done game. Like you lose this game, you're out of this tournament, right? And so to me, I immediately go, okay, this is a bit interesting. And then you just get out to that match and you saw it pretty immediately that like, okay, we're gonna be in for one here because they looked pretty evenly matched the entire game. And in the second half, like I'm gonna be dead honest, Ottawa outplayed Toronto. And that simply just can't be happening in the first round of a Canadian championship. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. Like you are an MLS club, the resources that you have, the salaries that you have, the players that you have, you cannot be being ran off the pitch by a team in the CPL. It's just plain and simple. And we'll get into the actual game itself, but like my gut reaction just goes to management or coaching simply doesn't respect what the Canadian Championship means to fans. And we talked about this last episode of how important it is for us to win this tournament and to go on a deep run and get into Champions Cup. And it almost feels like a bit of a slap in the face to just sort of it felt like they were throwing this game away and they didn't really care. And I'm not really even necessarily putting this on the players. Again, like I said, this was guys who haven't played much for the first team, if at all, were making their first team debuts. To me, this is on coaching, and it simply just shouldn't happen.
Yeah, I think one thing I want to bring up is yeah, it's really just the coaching is kind of the big talking point I feel like we're all going to bring up here. But if you look at that 11, right? Um, First and foremost, I think maybe I'll say this first just to get out of the way. In Robin Fraser's defense, TFC had never been eliminated by a CPL club before, and
Mhm.
Atletico Ottawa had never beaten an MLS team before to knock them out of
That
the
makes it
Canadian
so
Championship.
much
So
worse, though.
so it does make it worse. But no, but going into that match, if that 11 comes away with the win, let's say it's not a 3-1 win. Let's say we just win that normally, comfortably, whatever. Then you're giving some good experience to those five. I mean, still good experience, but you're giving like a bit of a good start to their career to these five TFC2 guys. But that's just kind of playing caveat because genuinely think that it's a lot of questions that need to be answered there for coaching, especially because like you see this type of thing happen with like a rotation in the 11 in the FA Cup or something, or the League Cup early rounds, the League Cup in England. And it feels like Robin Fraser kind of forgot that he was in Canada and we're playing the Canadian Championship. what is it? It's only like 4 rounds.
Hmm.
It's like four wins and get you to the final, or 4 wins
Yep.
get you the trophy. There's no early rounds to this. There's not like this isn't like the first round proper of the FA Cup. This is like you're 4 games away from winning a trophy. That's how it needs to be treated, and it wasn't treated like that. So it's unfortunate that unless we go on a tear in the MLS, we won't be winning a trophy this year. And again, it was mentioned previously when we talked about how important the Canadian Championship is to even qualifying for the CONCACAF Champions League, which we're going to go another year without. So yeah, it's really too bad.
Yeah, even if you look back to last year when they lost to Montreal, like, and that was a team that they smashed not long after in the
Mm-hmm.
MLS. In Montreal, was it 6-1?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
mad. Yeah,
6-1. Yep.
Yeah, and
Best
they
day of
just
the year last year.
didn't really put out like a serious lineup, and they lost in a was it a shootout, I believe, last year.
They lost in pens, yeah. Theo
Pens,
Corbin hit the
yeah,
scoreboard and broke it.
yeah, just kicking field goals. Yeah, you just want to see a little bit, just a little bit more urgency there. But like, I can't get too mad at throwing academy guys out there because like
yeah.
when else are you really going to see them? And I know like there's that quota you have to hit of Canadian players on the
There,
pitch.
there is the
What
quota, but you can hit that without throwing a bunch of TFC2 guys out there.
Maybe there
true,
was like
but what
two. There
what
was probably two too many. Maybe
Yeah.
like you
what
settle on like three.
what actually worries me more? I mean, we can speak to I guess like the state of the academy as well,
Well,
or the fact that you can't really look to them to beat a team with guys that are working full-time jobs.
mhm.
Um, is the fact that in the second half when they threw the first team guys on, they might have looked worse, especially defensively.
Yeah.
Mon Louis, bro. Oh my days. What is he doing, man? He started off the season so well, and he's just been
Yeah, he would because
just
he was
oh my
decent
god.
last year coming from the
Yeah.
Arsenal Academy. He was decent. Like I haven't even yeah to start this year. I didn't really, but
No,
yeah,
he's gone down a downward trajectory for sure.
Oh
he's
my
been
I
goodness.
he needs
mean, to
some
be
he needs
fair, he
turning
did also
around.
blow out his knee last year. So
Hmm.
like that's not gonna
That's true.
help.
That's true. I still think there's a good player in there. I just think needs a little bit of help.
Confidence.
But sorry,
Uh,
speaking of
those those first two goals, man, just bad. And honestly,
Mm.
I know we've sung his praise for certain late heroics, but especially that first goal, Gavron,
Yeah.
3 shots, 3 goals,
Yeah.
and the first one was a toe poke,
Yeah.
and he just like flopped up into the air, and it just went under him.
Yeah.
And then I know, like obviously, like I can't get too mad at not saving a breakaway, but I just found he wasn't aggressive enough coming out. Just kind of sat in his net, where it's like you're just giving options. Like even in hockey, a breakaway, you want to come out your net, look big. You don't want to sit back and just give all the options. And then like a penalty is a penalty. But yeah,
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that's just an awful pen to give up. I mean,
yeah,
nothing more you can really say about that.
That was just frustration. The last kick in the
Hmm.
game, Coasia
Yeah.
just pulled him down. It's definitely tough. Again, full transparency. I didn't watch the game. I watched the highlights, but I mean, starting half of your starting 11 as academy players is
Hmm.
fine. You want to give rotation. That's not the problem. Put your guys on the bench though. Like Shaloy on the bench and not bringing him in is
Well, what
insane
made
to
no
me.
sense too is like I was sitting there like Shaloy's like warming up too. Like they
Yeah.
brought him on the touchline, and I'm why is he doing this? But he's not coming in. Like it just Fraser to me like at this point there's I'm left questioning a lot and like don't have a lot of trust in so many of the decisions that he's been making over the last few weeks. Like it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And the one thing that really gets to me too, and this was a point of frustration I had last year with him, it's these post-game pressers as well, where like they're just it and I'm gonna bring this up because I did something on after the match on Tuesday, right? There was a quote that stuck out to me where he said, "This team has been unbelievably resilient all year long." I have it up here, right? And he's like, "That's what I said to them. I hope you're embarrassed enough that you on Saturday you make a statement," right? That was his quote, right? Given that we're run by Keith Pelly and his favorite thing is ChatGPT, I decided to put into ChatGPT.
no way.
I
Oh
swear to God,
boy.
I swear to God, you are the head coach of Toronto FC coming off a loss to Atletico Ottawa and playing Inter Miami on Saturday. What do you say to your team? And ChatGPT gave me a pretty long statement here, but there's a great part of it that sounds eerily similar to what Robin Fraser said, and it goes from our side. It's frustrating because we've talked a lot about resilience, and in some ways we've shown that this season. But resilience also means seeing games out, especially at home and especially when you're leading. That's something we have to be better at. No excuses.
Our
Now,
That
do you
manager
was
will
think?
ChatGPT.
Now, but do you think that ChatGPT is giving that to you because his presser has been transcribed and it's like
Who the
the
hell
source that
knows?
it's tapping from?
Dude, I have no clue how any of this works,
We should
but it
do it
was just
before the
something
next game.
interesting.
Before the
Huh?
next game, before the next game,
Yeah.
say TFC lose at home to Inter Miami.
TFC
Uh,
loses
You do it,
5-0
yeah.
at home
yeah,
to Inter
But
five,
again,
Miami.
and see if it gets see if it's the same.
regardless of how it got there or whatever, the one thing that like it's just it never feels like Frazier has like any personality or emotion in what he is saying, if you know what I mean, right? Like they do all just feel like stock answers, and this is a problem that's gone back to last year.
Yeah, I think what for me though, I think it's a game as when you're a manager of a
Mhm.
football club, it's a game that you're playing with the media. And I think it's more so how he interacts behind closed doors. Like I don't care if he goes up there and says absolutely nothing. It might piss us off as fans, but if he goes back in the dressing room and he's showing character, he's showing fight, and the guys are liking it, and then it's translating onto the pitch, then I'm fine with that. It's not translating onto the pitch, so I don't know if that is the case, but I'm
Like
yeah. I
I
think
can't believe that he is though. Like I look at him
do we
on the
but
sideline and he's got his hands in his pockets and he's just standing there when they're down 2-1. He's not yelling, he's not doing anything, he's
I don't
just
know, but I'm
standing.
not a huge fan of yelling and being an Arteta on the sidelines either.
No, but like
I'm
again, there's I'm not saying you have to be like this insanely emotional guy, but
Antonio
you're
Conte.
standing there still with your hands
yeah,
in your
like
pockets, like, and you're down 2-1. Like,
yeah, I mean yeah, I
Like
guess
rally the troops a bit.
yeah, you
yeah,
can
Yeah.
rally them a little bit, but I
like
really
do
don't like this
just
new
show
age.
something, like show
Yeah,
any
no, yeah,
human
maybe
emotion.
a little bit more than putting your hands in your pocket and just
Yeah,
standing there. But I am really not a fan of this like new modern age
yeah.
Arteta
Again, I'm not
jumping up
saying
and down
flail
like
your
a
arms around and
clown.
go nuts, but like just
But
show
okay,
Yeah,
anything.
maybe not anything crazy, but like personally, I liked when my coaches had some like
Yeah,
let's go
have some
boys,
fire.
like some
yeah,
yeah,
every so
just
often a little bit, yeah, yeah,
like
Yeah.
something under my butt. You've
When
seen
you're
the
down
clips
2-1 to
of
a CPL
Pep
team,
in the
that's the
change room.
moment. Like,
You've
Yeah, in
seen
the
the
changing
clips
room
of
is
Pep in
fine.
the change
That's what
room.
I'm saying. In the changing room, fine. Yeah, yeah, in the
mm,
changing room, 100%, but not on the
Oh,
sideline.
he's still
I know,
pretty
and
It
it's yeah, you know, and,
on the
and I think
sideline.
I don't like that. I think that's clown stuff. That's clown. You never saw Sir Alex go ape shit. That it was like
yeah.
one or two times a game if someone wasn't tracking back, and then you go sit down again and
But
just
again,
but
I'm not saying go ape shit.
but
I'm
let
just
them.
saying just have any care. Like just
No,
talk.
I agree. I
Like,
agree. I agree. I just maybe a little bit more. But okay,
yeah.
as the optimist of the group here, do we want to bring up because it's been a tough time with injuries for us right now.
Yes.
So we talk about the squad rotation and bring the academy guys, partly because Corbinu, Simfuentes, Sargent, Larea, Pereira, Mihailovic, Wingo, and Gomes are all injured. That's 8 players. And they're all like knee injury, groin surgery, hamstring injury, Achilles tendon surgery. Like there's
What is the
some,
training staff doing?
yeah,
What are they
I
doing?
I
maybe,
And
I think the
this is a
entire
theme
staff
that's
needs to
been
be
going on
Oh
for
my
how
fired.
many years
goodness.
now?
yeah,
Like
like
how many years have we been affected by this?
I'd love to see our how many injuries we had last season and the season before that comparatively to the other
Because like
teams in the league. Because
I get
like,
the big increase in injuries over in Europe because those guys play a ridiculous amount of
yeah,
games now. But
Hmm.
like we're not playing that many games over here.
No.
Just like
We're
even if
playing
you
even less
include
now.
even if you include countries like these amount of
You're
injuries
playing
should
a
not
very
be happening.
standard schedule.
And yeah, these are young guys,
Hmm.
like not or maybe not all of them, but like a good portion of them are young or in their prime. Like they're not 35. Like, well, what's going on here? If anything, our older guys are still out there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
yeah.
There's some news on that today. Corbin and Gomes were involved in training today, so
Oh, well
Fantastic.
done,
that's
Yay.
Theo.
something.
Let's
No sign of
go.
Sargent, according
Isn't
to
that
our
isn't
favorite
that a
reporter,
little
John Molinaro.
isn't that a little convenient, eh? Some guys are coming back from the Inter Miami game. Interesting.
We'll see.
Interesting.
Again,
I
all
wonder
it says
why.
is they were involved. This is from John Molinaro. They were involved
All
in
for
training, nothing
the little
further. So
Argentinian man to not play.
Honestly, sit all of them. You're not going to win the game. It would be shocking if you won at full strength. If you're not even close, why risk bringing somebody back early? Don't play
I
them.
agree.
Honestly, this starting 11 against Atletico Ottawa, Same starting 11. Leave it like that. Don't give a shit. Give up the 3 points
Guy
and just
wants to
move
watch
on.
a massacre. That's
Look,
crazy.
Yeah, I don't want to
because
see
Would
that.
be.
I want to see it. I want to see us give it a go. We can
Dude,
Yeah.
Reed
get a
Fisher going up
result out
against
of
Messi.
no
Miami.
chance. No chance.
Does Messi play though? Like
Yeah.
genuinely, do we think he plays?
He'll play,
I
I
think
think,
if he
yeah.
sees this lineup,
Probably.
no shot.
No,
Look,
No,
he'll play.
he's projected to start.
I think
Go
he's
in-
He'll play
mob.
because of the whole him not playing in BC thing. They're not going to do that again.
Yeah, no. He'll play.
Mm. We
Going
do have
back,
grass, so
It's also
Go-
early enough in the season that games mean something right now still. So
yeah, but World
He'll
Cup
play.
in less than a
But
month.
we're not right there. He'll play.
he'll play
Also,
like
who-
first half or something.
Yeah. Something like that.
Going back to the Atletico Ottawa game, just because I wasn't able to make this point earlier, I talked to former Vancouver Whitecaps coach, who's not the coach of Halifax Wanderers, Vanni Sartini, and
Oh,
he even admits, yeah, it was actually sick. I asked him about the news
nice.
on
I didn't know that.
CPL. Yeah,
Nice.
when I went out into Toronto's home opener,
Nice.
I asked him. So even he said in that press conference that there is a legitimate step above between MLS and CPL. I don't care how many injuries you have. These managers know and the teams know that their teams are a step under the MLS, and that gives them a boost to do well. What is Robin Fraser doing putting out these lineups? And again, it's fine, starting these people and rotating, but if you have your actual players on the bench, use them. Like the fact that Shaloy didn't play a single minute is insane. The fact that Osario goes off at half for Coelho, why not sub out Cimaranic
Sirmanchich, yeah.
yeah, I was gonna say Cinemarink or Boston Berry. You have 2 academy midfielders playing with your actual captain. Why you sub out your captain? It's decisions like that that just confuse me. And then Frazier standing on the top, like on beside the bench, just hands in his pockets, raising up
Mhm.
one of his eyebrows. Like doesn't even look like he cares.
That's what I
Like,
mean.
why-
The
why are you
thing is though,
here?
he
Show an
subbed
ounce
on.
of emotion.
He subbed
Yeah.
on 5 first-team players though. He subbed on
Yeah.
Coelho, Emilio, Edwards,
Mhm.
Monlouis, and Henry.
And then they took out a
Yes.
few of the young guys too. So
And then
But-
they proceeded to concede
to
after
even
that.
do worse. Yeah.
I agree.
Like that's
but-
what worries me more than anything.
But out of the 5 people subbed, 3 of them were first team players. If you're losing, none of them should be first team players. Unless if there's an injury.
but there has
Well,
to be a
like,
reason to that though,
like-
because clearly that strategy didn't work because we took off. If we had taken off more, we might have even conceded more. Maybe those young players were the only ones that actually gave a crap.
Gave a crap,
Like,
yeah. No.
I didn't see the game 90 full 90.
They did look worse in the
but-
second half. I will say that. Like that is true.
We
Well,
did one
if
of them
that's the
did
reason,
brick
that's even bigger of
really
an
badly when
issue.
it was 1-0. I think it was Jamari Nolan,
Yeah.
16 years old. Crazy. It was, and the commentators even said it like because we were still up 1-0 when this happened. Like glorious chance. He just
Mhm.
took a bad
I mean, to be
just
fair,
extra touch.
16 though.
Yeah, I
What
know.
were
that
you
was
doing
an
at
awful
16?
like,
What
what do you
grade are you in
expect? Yeah.
16?
Yeah,
Like,
no,
grade
but the
10?
it was funny when
Grade 10?
it was funny when the commentators were just like, "Oh, if this game goes another way, TFC will be looking back at that moment," and then they proceeded to lose. And I was
And-
like, "Damn!"
and
I didn't
it's
actually
just-
notice
that's
he was
true.
16 until just now. But
It's just tough
Yeah.
because that's Shaloy's position. He was playing left wing. It is what it is. Wrapping a bow on
Yeah.
it. TFC are out. Lose 3-1. It's very unfortunate, but it is what it is. I'm just gonna ask you guys a simple yes or no question. Ethan, Frazier in or out?
I'm getting close to out at this point.
Okay, so you would say out. Ben, in or out?
I'm never manager out.
Fair. Okay, fair enough.
Never
Tones,
I
in or out?
support him until he gets out.
like, I only like manager out when you actually have a good
Have a replacement.
ready.
Yeah.
I
Fair
can't
enough.
stand this interim shit, pardon my language, or this or you just hire some random yes man, Chelsea. Just not nonsense. Like if you have something good, better that's ready, yes. But in the meantime, no, especially just with the injuries still.
Yeah,
It's just really
for sure.
it's really hard
I mean,
to really fairly judge this team.
I'll say this. I look at like Nancy sitting out there, Jim Curtin sitting out there.
Yeah,
Like there are guys. We'll see.
yeah,
Well,
that's true.
If you got it lined up, pull the
Yeah.
trigger, I guess. But if not, then
All right.
All right. Let's finish
Ben?
off on a fun note. Yeah.
I
Ben,
believe you have a
prop.
prop. and then
Okay,
after that,
this
I
is
do
it.
have a
This is it.
surprise.
This is a fun one. I'll do this one super quickly. You'll be able to, if you want to see it more closely, Offside Boys, we are opening a store for the World Cup at Bathurst and Grace. It's in the basement of
Hey,
Recalled, so come and check us out because we will be having this on display for as long as it lasts.
PSG kit.
The Lego.
Oh,
Oh,
did Messi build that for
that's
you?
awesome.
Nah, it's I think it's the Ronaldo edition actually.
Oh,
I think
I like that. I like that.
it already has Portugal on the winners thing down here. No, it's this is yeah, we're gonna have this at
That's
the World Cup.
awesome.
It opens or something. I
Nice.
think it
You
For,
guys
opens.
for
should
those who
open
are
Yeah,
it
it does
just
once.
listening
open.
to
And
this,
there's a Bruno
it's a Lego
Fernandes
World
Lego
Cup
in there.
trophy.
Oh.
There's a guy in there.
Oh,
How long did that
sick.
take to build?
Name him Bruno.
Yeah. Well, I was doing it like I don't even know how to put this back up. Okay.
Oh boy.
It was like a week. Like I was doing it a little bit, like kind of half an hour at a time almost. But yeah, it's really, really fun to make some Lego. It was never really a Lego guy growing up. So
Mm.
but yeah,
That's
we'll
awesome.
have that on display at Recall at our Stay Outside World
I've
Cup
been doing
store.
this
But
Ferrari for 2 months. I haven't finished it.
it's fun just to kind of like it's like a puzzle. You just kind of come back to it and just. But then the issue is, what do you do once you get it? Like once
Yeah,
you haven't
it's
finished,
just
I was like,
there. Yeah.
where am I gonna put this thing?
Did you build that
So
one, Ben, or no?
yeah, I built it.
How
Yeah,
long did that
How long
take?
did that take?
it was like a week, but I was doing it like
Here
half
and
an hour
there.
at a time. Like you could probably get it done in a few days if you really sat down and
Yeah.
like gave it a go. But
Nice.
I have so many extra pieces as well, so this thing might be coming down at some point. But yeah,
Well, there you go. Check it out. Check it out at the Offside Boys
When does
store,
the
eh?
store open? What day?
we're hoping that by like the Champions League final around that time it should be open. We're gonna hopefully have a watch party, like a giveaway.
Ooh.
So
People
what's
can
that,
come
May
down.
30th, right? Yeah.
Yeah, May
Yeah.
29th or something. I think
29th,
we're
yeah.
gonna try and open May 20th, May 19th, and then the first big event's gonna be the Champions
Sell
final.
a
So
lot
feel
of
free to
Good
come on
stuff.
down, boys.
jerseys.
We could
Good
we could
stuff.
do a podcast at the
Live
at
pod
the thing.
at the
Live
store.
pod.
Why
I'm
not?
down.
Why
I'm
not?
down. All right, boys.
I like
Super
that
quick.
idea.
We got about 3 minutes left, but I do have a Santia surprise for once.
Oh,
All right. So I went through a couple of renditions of this. All gave me the same answer. That might give it away, but it's okay. Who has the most appearances in the Voyagers Cup all time?
With like for TFC.
No,
Like just in
just
general?
all time, just all time in general.
Oh,
Osorio's definitely
Oh,
up there.
yeah.
sorry,
That was
probably
the first
because
thing
It's
that
probably
came to my mind.
Osorio.
Yeah,
I don't
sorry.
know.
Is that your guys'
Yeah,
answer?
I'm gonna go with him.
Yeah, long tenured Canadian team
Sure.
player, Canadian club.
Yeah. It's the only one that I can think of that stuck around for this long. It's got to
Now,
be
it
Jose.
can-
Is it?
Could like
It's just-
Patrice Bernier or something somehow like be there? Like
Yeah, I thought you were
He
going
has
to say Patrice
shuffled around a
Bergeron.
little bit.
I feel like
All
it
right.
has to be Osorio.
I will give you guys the answer, and congratulations, you're all correct. It is Jonathan Osorio.
Yes, Jozo.
Yes.
32
I think that's the first thing
matches.
I've gotten right.
32 matches as of the beginning of the 2025 tournament. So add on 2 more games.
Two more,
because
yeah.
They got knocked out in the first round both times. So that would round him up to 34. He's also the top scorer with 8.
Yeah.
That was going to be the other one who's the top scorer, but it's Osorio with 8. Matches played 32. So the guy's just pretty much they should rename it to the Osorio Cup. I think he's also tied for most wins.
Well, it
Osorio's
also
like,
used to be a two-legged thing too. So like
Yeah.
every round too.
Osorio's like low key becoming like kind of building into like a Canadian legend. Like
Yeah.
if he's done his career, he's got like 500 appearances for TFC, more than like anyone else for any MLS club. Most appearances in the Canadian Championship, most goals in the Canadian Championship, 2 World Cup appearances, captain of his boyhood club, one club man.
He probably had offers to leave too instead.
He did last year.
Probably
2 years
in the
ago.
prime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After I think it was
like
after
TFC
2018. Yeah.
So gotta respect that. And I've met him.
Yeah.
There you
Well,
go.
After they won MLS Cup, he came to. Okay. Yeah.
We gotta wrap her up.
Yeah, no, I see that.
Ben has given us a signal to wrap up. That has been episode 19 of the Boys on the Field podcast. For Ethan, Ben, Big Tones, I am Anthony Santia. Thank you so much for listening, and remember to stay offside.
Hey.
Hey.